Hey everybody, this is Brandon with Love to Hate, Kiefer For Prayers, and Cigars In Cinema. Got a question to ask you. Are you a fan of horror movies? Do you like to be scared? Is Halloween your thing? If you've answered yes to any of those questions, there's something you got to do. Texas Frightmare Weekend is coming May 5th, 6th, and 7th in DFW. Tickets are available at TexasFrightmareWeekend.com. Go check it out. The list of people that they have coming to this event gets more impressive every year. There's great photo ops, a lot of great vendors. Be there. It's going to be a killer event. Love to Hate, the podcast that asks the question, what do you love to hate?
You are a smelly pirate hooker. And I hate your ass face!
Do you love it?
No!
Do you hate it?
Oh, yeah. Yes! You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! I chart in your general direction!
No more foreplay.
Hey kids, it's Monday, and you're here, so you know what? That means you must want to listen to Brandon and I talk for another 30 minutes about what we love to hate, which is ironically the name of the show. I'm Philip Fullman.
I am Brandon Luna.
What are we talking about today?
You got some beard issues going on there. You might need to trim that a little bit.
What the hell are you talking about?
Do a little manscaping.
What's wrong with it? It's
a little Wilford Brimley in the front, kind of covering the teeth a little bit. Doesn't that get in the way?
No, I don't end up with food in my stash. I trim on a daily basis, trim the bottom of the stash, and
I'm okay with that. I just think there's a certain point where you kind of cross over a little bit. I think manscaping is necessary. I'll say that, but I don't think it's as necessary as we've deemed it in today's culture.
So you think there's too much of an emphasis on it?
I think so.
Really, honestly, at this point, I don't care. I'm more concerned about what you think of my beard.
No, your beard looks fine. I just wanted to get to the manscaping thing.
Okay, so
it was
like, is that a segue?
It was a segue. No,
okay,
it was a segue.
No, I'm very proud of my beard.
No, you got a nice beard.
Yeah,
it grows in very nice and full. I can't do that, so I'm very.
It's what my people do.
Yeah.
And I refuse to color in. People are like, hey, why don't you color in the gray? Like, screw that.
Right.
For one, I've earned it. For two, then you can walk around people going, hey, look, you found a magic marker.
Right. Yeah, I think if you're going to color it, do it when it first starts showing up, because then you can trick some people. But I think at that,
if I showed up with a solid beard, people,
yeah,
with the gray I have.
Like Trey, I mean, he's not fooling anybody. He had a lot of gray in his beard. Now it's like completely black, and it looks a little odd. So I think step away from the dye a little bit. I think leave the dye to the women. That's fine.
Sure.
I just don't think Just for Men is a product that needs to be on the
What
shelf.
about that Just for Men? They even have a name for it.
What?
Where the whole thing was the guy goes on the job interview, but he doesn't want to be too gray so that he looks too old to get the job.
Right.
But he also doesn't want to look too young, so he looks inexperienced. So, it's touch of gray. He has just a little gray, so people are like, this man knows something, but look, he's still vibrant. Like, really?
That's what our culture's come to, man. It's all about looks. It's all about how you look.
I suppose so. And I'm a vain guy, so obviously as you get older, as a guy,
right,
your body just says, hey, we need to cover that with hair.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
I do too.
I am religious about like ear hair, because I just remember as a kid, you see the old man, and it's like, oh, he looks, just ears covered in hair. It's disgusting,
right,
to look at. Or the Andy Rooney eyebrows that are just like, they look like they're going to reach out and grab you.
Right.
Nobody likes that. I think some personal grooming. Take a shower, bathe, comb your hair, all that stuff that your mom told you to do. But it does seem to go
a little far.
It does.
Now, the ladies have it. I mean, they've been doing it forever, so they'll color their hair eight different times a year, and they can change their hair color, and it's just part of that culture that it's okay for them to do that. I don't think it necessarily needs to be that way for men. I mean, if I've seen guys with tips and they change their hair to blonde, and it's
yeah, I don't really,
not for me. If it's for you and it's your individual style, that's great. But okay, let's put it this way. I think Just for Men will have crossed the line when they come out with a version of it for your bush down below. If they're going to come out with a version of it for your wiener hair, then they've just crossed the line. There doesn't need to be a touch of gray for down there. Because, apparently you can't have hair down there now. That's part of the manscaping thing, is you got to trim it back all the way. I mean, you want to look like you're 12 again for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
It's weird, because if you watch old movies, old TV shows, whatever. The man, the guy takes his shirt off, and you've got some hairy looking dude. You know,
Right.
it looks like, okay, here's an adult. And now in movies, you don't see that unless it's
Right.
like some old guy or something like that. So
Yeah.
in my mind, it's always like, have you not grown up? Did puberty not hit? I mean,
Right.
You
Robin Williams looked like a Wookiee when he took a shirt. He never shaved all
Right,
that down.
right.
He looked like a man. You know?
I just think it looks, it's just a weird look because it's like you look like a little kid.
yeah.
It's like at some point, those outward signs of masculinity, it's like, no, that's gross. And I get in America, we've always had a thing against, women with body hair. That's never been our thing. Although I understand shaving of women shaving legs wasn't really a thing till after World War II.
Yeah.
But apparently neither was brushing your teeth every day.
Yeah.
But, obviously that's changed. And now if you saw a woman with hairy legs, they would assume she's European of some sort and, gross out about it.
Right.
So, that's no longer accepted. But now it's like, I know guys who will say, I can't stand body hair, and they will take their beard trimmer and just buzz their body. It's like, A, I don't have that amount of time. B, why?
Yeah.
It's just awkward to feel like you can't look masculine maybe.
Yeah. I think some of that stemmed from the weightlifting side of things. Those guys are bodybuilders. They shave all their hair so they can show off all their muscles. And that makes sense to me. But for a day in, day out situation, do you really need to shave all your body hair? I mean, there's guys that have like sleeve tattoos and they want to show off their tattoos.
Yeah.
I get that. That makes sense to me to a degree. I'm okay with that. But as far as doing it just because, like, oh, I don't want to have any body hair, I'm going to shave it all off.
Right.
That's a lot of maintenance. I mean, that's...
Well, it's like swimmers will do that.
Yeah.
They don't...
Cyclists, whatever.
Right, because it's supposed to help with the drag, which, honest to God, if your body hair is going to slow down your time in the pool, that just... I can't make that calculation. I'm like, how does that happen? Your body's still moving. Which is why I say, in spite of the number of gold medals, Mark Spitz still a greater swimmer than Michael Phelps.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Why?
The stash, baby. Spitz did it with a stash.
Just think how much better he would have done it without a stash, though.
And you know why he kept the stash?
Why?
He told a story of he was in the pool and he saw flash bulbs going off because I guess there's a viewing area underneath so you can coach and see your swimmer's strokes. And so he started flailing because he was like, I don't know who's doing this. It's not my coach. So he started acting stupid and making goofy moves. And then when he gets out, he notices it's the Russian coaches.
Right.
And that they were trying to get info on him, like how does he swim, what does he do? And they asked him if he was going to shave his mustache because he hadn't at that point. And he had planned on it. And so when they asked him, he's like, no, why would I? Huh? What? Playing stupid.
Right.
So he went ahead and kept it and still kicked their commie asses.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Right.
While Phelps is a great athlete and owns all those records, he's also wearing the long trunks. Sometimes he wore the bodysuit.
Yeah.
He didn't have a stash. Spitz, no, he's in there with the stash. Like, yep, man, right here.
He's the Burt Reynolds of swimmers.
There you go.
Yep.
So I say Spitz, the better swimmer of the two. Because he did it with the stash.
Did it with the stash. We need to have another swimmer win a gold with a stash.
That would be awesome.
The full beard, like one of those long, like,
that would be awesome.
ZZ Top kind of beards,
And now stepping up from the United States, Billy Gibbons.
Right.
That would actually be kind of awesome.
That's one reality thing I'd be okay with coming back is the Battle of the Stars, the Battle of the Network Stars.
That was a guilty play. Man, Gabe Kaplan and Robert Conrad took that shit seriously.
Oh, yeah,
like, oh no, hey.
Right.
I think Conrad was at NBC at the time with Baba Black Sheep.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
He had some chest hair. Those guys never.
Yeah,
never
they were
cut anything.
men.
Yeah. Robert Forster. If you saw Robert Forster in a movie, if Robert Forster was in another Quentin Tarantino movie and he had to take his shirt off, I guarantee you that man has hair on his chest.
So, and that's the thing. How do you talk guys into shaving?
I don't know.
Here's the weird thing.
I think there's a female influence there to a degree.
Probably, but so, and this is so weird. When my stepson was on the swim team, they would shave before. They wouldn't shave anything until they got to like district or the big meet. Then they would shave. And they had shaving parties
What?
where the guys would all go shave. I'm like, did
That's
you
a
like
thing?
help each other? I'm like, okay, that's weird, man.
Was there beer involved? What was
I
the...
don't know.
That's weird.
It's just weird.
That sounds like a subculture kind of thing. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But
No. It's just kind of like why would I don't want to do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You
man.
know,
I would never. I was cycling all through high school. Never shaved my legs.
yeah, it's
Never had a reason to shave anything.
There was a time when you thought that was cool. When you're like, hey, I got a hair on my chest. Congrats, I'm now a man.
Right.
And then it became, ooh, gross, get rid of it. And I don't understand.
I think there's a influence of women, but also the influence
so?
of fashion. I think fashion had a lot to do with it. Look at Abercrombie and Fitch. I mean, all those guys are shaved down.
Yeah, but again, why?
Polo. I don't know.
But
European
so what's
influence,
this?
maybe?
What's this influence of women you're talking about?
Women like a shaved body. I think a lot of modern women think that guys should be shaved.
So it's
it's
an
a
age
maintenance.
thing.
It might be an age thing.
Okay, because a woman who grew up in the '70s does not like the shaved chest.
No. That's they like
Burt
I'm talking
Reynolds.
about millennials. Millennial girls now probably prefer their guys to be very
Knows
manscaped.
what the hell they like.
Yeah.
They don't even like guys.
I mean, they want a beard, but they don't want a bushy beard. They want a well-kept
They don't even
beard.
like guys who drink coffee. They want some guy who likes a crap, son of a bitch, whatever they call it.
Right, yeah.
They need a man who likes coffee.
The pussy drink. Yeah, give me that pussy coffee.
I will tell you this. I have gone out with people who said, I've never gone out with a guy who had facial hair or chest hair, and I kind of like it now.
Right. There you go. Converted them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think there's something inherently masculine
I definitely think there is.
about
Yeah.
that it's one of those things that differentiates us from women, where it's like, oh, I'm attracted to that. Because if you're straight, I'm attracted to that because it represents masculinity.
Right.
Even if the guy is not an athlete or a jock or whatever, he could be a professor, but it's like still that is masculine. And I think so for those so inclined, that's an attract. There's obviously a subculture of gay guys who prefer that.
Right.
So
They like the bears.
yeah, I just don't get the look at me. I mean, it grows out of your body for a reason.
Exactly, yeah.
It's there to protect
there for
you.
something, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't get sunburned.
Now, the ear hair and stuff, I think that's...
That I don't get. I think that's just Mother Nature going, well, you've lived this long, so now I'm going to fuck with you.
Right, yeah. Could
like
you imagine if we had if we just had no razors, all the razors in the world disappeared,
Oh, God.
and I would look like Wolfman.
I would
from
look,
the ears down.
Yeah,
though. From
I
the
would
head,
look like
I'd
a
still be-
Wookiee. Yeah.
My head would still be sparsely.
There are
patterned
parts
with
I
it.
have to shave high up on my cheeks.
Oh, I know.
because-
You get those weird random ones up here.
Yes, it's
What
like
the
I could
hell's
grow
that
my
about?
beard up to my eyes.
Yeah.
So I mean, a certain
So
amount of
annoying.
that
So annoying.
is the grooming and the styling.
So you have a
But-
razor for that stuff?
Yes.
For that. I don't. I pluck or I use scissors. That's what I
No,
do.
for my face, I
Well, that's when you're shaving, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's the little groomer thing. Now I used to have to use tweezers between the eyebrows.
Oh, you had a
use it
monobrow?
enough,
Yeah.
you don't have it. They just quit coming in. But for the brows, to escape that, I'll use the little thing, and of course the ear hair thing, and then the nose hair.
Yeah.
And everybody gets those, male or female.
Yeah.
But God, I had a teacher in high school, and it looked like one of those New Year's Eve or birthday party whistles that you blow in and goes.
Yeah.
Because every time he breathed out, this little hair went wee
Out of his nose?
Wee. Yeah, and so it was just, and you're sitting here just like staring at it like, stop. Like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm just watching this hair.
Wow.
Like a banner or something.
Yeah.
So
It's like that little
yeah.
guy in front of the shop that kind of the wind blows and he
Yes,
does this little wiggly arm thing.
Yes. So I remember at that young age going, okay, so when you have that, make sure you get rid of it because that looks stupid.
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
The thing I don't like now is the gray hairs. When you get gray nose hairs, those suckers just go straight across and they're so annoying.
I don't know what it is, but at some point,
They're
look at
coming
that
for you. Yep. They're
shaving
coming for you.
accident. Men's hairs turn into wire.
Yeah.
They're no longer hair.
Right.
But you could actually suspend, if it was long enough, you could actually suspend weights from it because
sure.
they're so heavy. And I don't know what takes place that changes that, but they hurt like hell.
Yeah, they do.
So, again, just the glory of aging.
I remember first time I started getting gray hairs. You start getting them on your face or in your hair, on your head or whatever. When you get them on your chest, I was at work one time, just sitting there at an office in a cubicle, and I'm sitting there doing my work, and I see this thing, and I'm like trying to brush it off. I'm like, oh, what the hell's that? And then I grab at it. It went through my shirt. It was a gray hair that made it through all not only my dress shirt but my undershirt.
I'm breaking out,
sticking out, and I'm like, what the hell? That's attached. I had to go to the bathroom and yank that fucker out.
I remember I was out of the shower and I'm like, what the hell did I get on me? Powder? And I'm brushing, and I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, they're white now.
Yeah. It's weird.
And again, it's one of those things that dawns on you. It's like, I guess I'm getting older.
Yeah.
What is that you're smoking there?
One of those La Polina Escudos.
That's a good stick. I'm smoking one as well.
Thank you, Paul Costa.
That's yeah. Oh, look, that was bad.
Yeah.
2 ambulances. That can't be good.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul Costa, who
must have tried to use a straight razor.
He Have you ever had a straight razor shave?
I do it often. Yeah, I have one.
I see, and when I don't have the beard, I would like to do one or have somebody. I would rather go and do the old fashioned. I get to smoke a cigar. They put a towel on my face, and then some guy comes out and gets that hot lather and just. It just looks like that would be a great shave. And
it
just
is
one of those things to treat yourself.
It's one of those things I do. Like, there's a couple things I do that are meditative to me. Smoking cigars is one of them. Shaving with a straight razor is another one, and ironing. Believe it or not,
really,
I like to iron and watch the news. That's the thing I do.
Wow, I hate ironing.
Yeah. Oh, and shining shoes. Shining shoes is also
really
meditative to me. Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't have a lot of shoes that need shining.
I do because I wear suits. And stuff, but yeah. So those are 3 things or 4 things that I do that
I really hate ironing.
I kind of enjoy it now. I don't know. I hated it as a kid. That and shining shoes are 2 things I didn't want to do. I was like, chores, you have to do it. But now, for some reason, it
doesn't bother you?
Yeah, I like it.
So you iron out your own dress shirts, no dry cleaning? Mm-hmm. Starch?
Yeah. I have starch, yeah.
Heavy,
starch.
Medium, light?
Medium. I do medium, yeah.
Usually the way to go.
Even on the road, I just bundle them up in there, and I iron them when I get to the hotel.
Well, that makes sense because you got to, you don't want to show up rumpled.
Yeah, and I don't want to have 12 million things in my car.
No, so. I mean, you represent a company, for God's sake.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, you
can't show up dressed like a cowboy on a horse.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what company.
Well, that's a good point. You like how I work that in?
Yeah,
you're welcome.
But no, so God, you made me lose my train of thought. You son of a bitch.
You were ironing in your hotel room.
Yeah.
Watching
the news.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's just something. Oh, I find that it extends the life of your clothing too, because when you take them to the dry cleaners, they tend to buttons fly off and all kinds of crap. They tend.
My understanding is they don't actually clean them.
Yeah.
They do spot treatment, but really they just steam it really, really hot and then press it.
Right.
So it's not like they're getting anything out.
Yeah.
Is my understanding.
And I wash everything, on cold cycle and then just let it hang dry and iron it. That's it.
Okay. Along the lines of manscaping, let's just go with weird things middle-aged guys do.
Okay.
I have my own sense of I'm just going to dress how I dress. And I look like I'm probably 18. But it's me. But you see the guy who goes out trying to look casual, clearly the middle-aged guy with the 2 kids and everything, and he's trying to look cool, wearing the $150 dress shirt that just came out of the dry cleaners, the jeans with shit on the pockets, and it's like, yeah, you're not cool. You still look like a middle-aged guy trying to look cool.
With a bejeweled ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like, your T-shirt cost $150 or your T-shirt costs $50. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Cool's go get a T-shirt and it's $5-10 and you like it and you go out and like, hell yeah, I'm wearing this in a pair of jeans and I don't care. That's cool.
Right.
But the other, it's like, no, you're still trying. You're trying to look a certain way. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's the guy, and that's the guy who waxes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like that guy.
Nope. And I will never wax anything.
And he wears really, really obnoxiously huge watches.
Mm-hmm. And crazy socks, usually.
Wow, now we're talking friend territory.
Or no socks.
Yeah, I don't get that. The dress thing. That's a European thing.
They do that at Nat Sherman. A lot of the guys don't wear the socks. I can't wear dress shoes without socks.
They'll wear the no-shows with that, and I don't think that's a good look.
Yeah.
It was fine in the 80s, but he wasn't wearing dress shoes.
Right.
Besides,
it's a Miami Vice thing.
It is, but it doesn't look right to me with a suit. And the other thing I hate is skinny suits. Because at some point, it is the responsibility of the tailor or the salesperson to say, sir, this suit is for a 6'6" European man who weighs 108 pounds.
Right.
He has no shoulders. He has pretty much no definition to his body whatsoever. That's who the skinny suit's for. But you've got guys out there with broad shoulders who, even if they're in shape, if they work out, they're trying to wear the skinny suit. And it's like, see, that doesn't even look like it fits.
Right.
That just looks too small. And the guys on ESPN do it all the time, the former jocks, and they're trying to put them in skinny suits. It's like, no, they need a regular cut suit. It can still look modern.
Right.
But you shouldn't have your biceps bulging out of your suit coat.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
If you want to know how to dress, go watch any Cary Grant movie ever.
Yep.
And then just go with that.
Or Humphrey Bogart. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, and I just recently watched An Affair to Remember, Cary Grant, gray slacks, brown shoes. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, wow, I might have to change my thing. Because to me, it's always been black shoes.
Yep.
But here's Cary Grant, brown shoes.
Yep, you can get away with it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's Cary Grant.
One of the things that I always dug, Michael Herklotz is the guy that runs Nat Sherman on the cigar side of things. And the guy looks great all the time. He looks like $1 million. And what he always told me was, he's like, pocket square tie should never 100% match. They shouldn't be made of the same material. And I'm like, that way you buy those sets. He's like, well, that's just like Garanimals for adults. You got to go just wear what you think looks right. If you wear it with confidence, it's going to look good on you.
That's
and
the
that's
thing.
really what it is.
You own that look.
Yeah.
And that always go back to Cher and the Bob Mackie thing at the Oscars. But she carried it off.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put most people in that, they'd be like, I feel kind of stupid. But it's like she owned it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key to it. If you're comfortable in it, then it's going to show. And I agree with him. You can,
Doesn't have to match.
No, it doesn't. You can, you obviously don't want a hard clash, but it's got to complement.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was one of the first things I learned when I was learning, how do you pick a suit? You can do patterned suit, patterned shirt, solid tie.
Right.
But you don't do 3 patterns.
Yeah.
It's too busy.
Right.
So I've always kept that. You wouldn't know what to look at me, but I'm excellent at picking out suits.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's just the thing.
When we get that, whatever the podcast award is, we'll have to.
I'll go up there in a
shopping.
suit. Yeah. I'll go up in a nice tux. Wait, what podcast award? What? I'm
sure there is awards. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Probably is. We should.
Yeah. Probably.
And go into it.
There you go.
Do they make plaid tuxes? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
God, I hope not. I'm sure they do.
No, that would be horrible. As a fan of plaid, I've got to say that would look horrible.
If you're going to do it, you got to do the plaid tux made out of duct tape. There you go.
Yeah.
Do that one. Be that guy. You seen those? They have a whole duct tape movie. Kids were doing it like a couple years back.
They made duct tape suits?
Yeah.
Kids got really carried away with the fucking duct tape.
Yeah, they did.
Because they still sell it, and it's got all the pattern. Like, what the hell are you going to do with it? That's so I don't have to call the plumber. What do I care what it looks like?
Right.
It's like, it's fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't quite understand the duct tape thing. But no, that's one of my things is just wear clothes that actually fit.
Yeah.
And fit your sense of style.
I couldn't do the skinny pants because then I would look like a giant fat turkey with.
Oh yeah, I
stick
can't
legs.
either. I still like pleats.
Yeah.
I don't care if they say they're out. I like pleats. They're comfy. That's the other thing. As you get older, you want your pants comfortable.
True.
It's like I want all my clothes comfortable.
Sweats. Just a lot of sweats.
Matching sweats.
Right.
How much? That's a big thing that's come. That was big in the 70s.
Yep. The jumpsuits or whatever.
Even just the matching sweatsuit, and then, the guy like Ponch would wear that as he's out at the pool or whatever, trying to hit on the new neighbor. And that was the thing. And then they were velour.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, yeah, they were. But now they're coming back where people are wearing matching sweatsuits again, especially women.
Yep.
It's like that. I don't really see that as a good look.
It's a hip-hop thing.
Is it?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I'm saying that. I've seen hip-hop people do that. But
I don't know. I don't know. We live in the suburbs, so,
yeah.
Suburban moms, they have a style all their own.
So,
which I think also goes to trying to look younger when really it's like, it's not a good look.
The one thing I do like that I see a lot right now is the yoga pants. I'm a big fan of those.
Well,
so girls can wear those all year round. That's fine with me. I like it.
As a guy, they do have an advantage to seeing people, women in yoga pants. They're
dudes, no.
No.
Wear some jeans, but
Well, and we were talking about that earlier, like guys riding bikes. It's like, dude, first of all, you don't need the Lance Armstrong outfit, which, by the way, I still believe Lance Armstrong should go to prison for the rest of his life. Not because he lied, because he's got all these douchebags out on the road now blocking traffic for me, and now I can't move, and I've got to go around them because they want to be the next Lance Armstrong.
Right.
Out there in the full Magilla.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, look at there. Are you sponsored by anybody? No, this is what I wear when I'm out on my ride.
Riding 12 deep together and taking up traffic.
Yeah. It's like I had a buddy tell me he was in his he was coaching his kids t-ball. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they're not even getting the ball thrown to them. They just got to stand there with the stick and try to hit it.
Right.
And one of the dads showed up, full uniform, stirrup socks, everything.
Wow.
Cap, jersey, baseball pants, the belt, the cleats, everything. Eye black. You know, to coach the kids. My buddy's like, I was like in flip flops and shorts, and I was trying to hide my beer, so I put it in the cup so nobody would know it was beer. Just like
solo cup, yeah.
Yeah. We're just just teaching the kids t-ball. He's like, this guy took it so serious. I'm like, that's a guy who hasn't played since high school or blew his arm out in college and has never gotten over it. It's like, you don't need to wear that.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need the costume. It looks foolish at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
It does.
I don't know.
We're individuals, and people do weird things, and we have to deal with it, unfortunately. So,
we do.
Yeah.
We do. That's
so on the Manscaping side, what do you find acceptable? Like eyebrows, beard?
Yeah, just don't let the eyebrows go crazy. Don't do the unibrow. Don't let the ears get all gross, and trim up the nose.
Yeah. How do you feel about the down nether region for men?
Yeah. Why? I just.
Yeah.
There's nothing appealing about that as far as just why would I do that?
Yeah. I agree, but there's a lot of guys that keep it trim.
Well, that's between them and their
significant others, yeah.
I was going to say CPA, but current pelvic affiliation.
Right. There you go. Nice.
So, I mean, that's... Look, anybody who's ever had sex with the same person over an extended period of time knows at some point requests are made, and because of the fact that you want the sex to continue, you will concede certain points.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Opposite sex, man. That's probably why they say shave their chest, too, for the ladies. Like, I like when you have a smooth chest. All right, fine.
Yeah, but, I shave my face, and then you know what? 2 days... Hell, not even 2 days later. Like, the next day, I have to shave it again, so... Yeah. I don't know what that's like if you shave your chest, but does that mean he's got to do it every day?
I would imagine so. I don't know.
Why would it?
Never been that guy.
I don't know. See, now where my mind goes, and I hate it, is the fact that she wants a smooth chest, but he's got to shave it every day because then it's all stubbly.
Yeah, right.
Which it's like, now you've just created problems where there weren't any.
Yep. And there's guys that get electrolysis for that crap, too.
I don't get that either.
Yeah. I would do the ears.
No, that's fine. That's
fine.
Yeah, because it doesn't belong there. It's a mistake.
Yeah,
it just shouldn't be there. But the rest of it, no. That's just.
It's creepy.
It really kind of is. Yeah,
I think, but that's just us, and we're old. What do we know?
Yeah, that's true. Our time is past.
Yeah,
we were talking about that a few episodes ago. So
right, getting old, baby.
Yeah.
Getting old.
Is that a light at the end of the tunnel? Hey, is that my old dog Scout? Hey, Scout. But that's fine. Because fortunately, people our own age kind of feel the same way, so
right.
We just have to stick with people our own age.
Yeah.
And then we should be fine.
That's our demographic who listens to us anyway, so they probably pretty much agree with what we say. I would
pretty
think.
Much. Maybe not on all points, but we definitely skew older. We probably skew to that middle-aged demographic, but hey, if there's any kids out there listening and you're in your 20s, let us know.
Yeah, tell us why.
Yeah, tell us.
Give us a definitive reason because we don't understand it.
Tell us why. Maybe you've learned something.
Yeah.
Maybe if we've just stopped one guy from shaving his chest, it will have been worth it. If we got one millennial to move out of their parents' house, it will have been worth it. So yes,
go get that job podcasting. Yeah, do that. That'll get you far.
Well, look at us. We're up for a podcasting award I didn't even know about.
No, we're not. Oh. We should be, though. We should be.
Well, if there was one.
No, there is. I just haven't put in for it. We'll wait.
Oh, there is one.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
Oh, so don't buy a suit now.
There's even one locally. So
really?
Yeah. It was the Observer does a thing.
That limits our audience, so that would We would have a better shot because the pool wouldn't be as big.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if we were going up against the Nerdist and Mark Maron, we might be screwed.
Yeah, that's a little harder.
Yeah.
Got
Think
the
we could get Mark
stars.
Maron as a guest? No, probably not.
I don't know. I might know a guy. Who knows?
You know a guy?
No, I don't.
Oh, no. It'd be cool. Yeah, maybe that's it. We just need... So if you're famous and listening,
Right.
yeah.
You want to be on our
Could-
show? Definitely do it. We'll
Why
get some
not?
famous people on at the Texas Frightmare Fest.
Yes.
That's coming soon.
That was your other
Yeah.
podcast. That was
Yeah.
Cigars in Cinema, was it
Yeah,
not?
it
and
was.
that's coming up again?
Yeah, but we're also going to go to the Texas Frightmare Fest, which is coming up.
Right.
And we'll do a little cross promotions for them between now and then. So
Okay.
I'll have an ad on there for that. And if you haven't gone to it before and you like horror flicks or you just like going to cons and hanging out with people and seeing lots of weird shit, come down and check it out. It's pretty awesome.
It was fun and interesting.
Yep.
I did enjoy it.
And you
And
got to take a picture with a porn star.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. One my own age.
Right?
Tracy Lords. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're about the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only looked on IMDb. Because she was in Mars Attacks, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I found
Pretty
out.
easy to figure out how old she is because all you got to do is think when did she do the illegal movies and then add to that. And you're
Yeah. Just figure out how old was I. What was I going to say? Oh, so other podcast, Cigars in Cinema, and then the one that you and I are supposed to catch up on, which is Kiefer For Prayers.
Yep.
But one I'm excited about that I would like us to start doing is 24 Legacy.
Yes.
Because I have just gone through we're through 8 seasons. My kid and I have gone through 8 seasons and are about to start Live Another Day.
Oh, wow.
Now, my kid has liked this show so much that apparently she had, in her English class, she's a senior, the shit they teach these kids in school, I don't get. I mean, they watch movies. They have some stupid classes, floral arranging.
What?
But anyway, in her English class, they were asked if there was a movie made about your life, who would play you, and what kind of movie would it be? My kid said it would be a comedy/drama, and it would be Mary Lynn Rice Cub, who played Chloe O'Brien on 24. So that, I don't see it, but that's who my kid said would play her. She loves Chloe. And the fact that Jack can always rely on her.
Right.
So she and I have had a great time going through 8 seasons of 24. She doesn't know what happens. I've already seen Live Another Day.
Right.
So I've rewatched all these. Surprised at how much I forgot when I binge watched them. But I still love the show. Got a little hinky towards the end.
Yeah.
But still enjoyable. So I would love to be able to sit and watch 24 Legacy and sit there and talk about that. See if it's any good.
Yeah.
There's a surprise. I know one of the guests because of IMDb. I know one guy who comes back
Tony Almeida.
in prison.
Yep.
Did you?
Yep.
Now, have you seen the short film?
No.
You can find it if you have the Blu-ray of Live Another Day. If not, it's on YouTube. It's from Mexico or Spain someplace because it's subtitled in Spanish. And they sped it up a bit, so Tony sounds like Tony, but it's just a higher pitch.
Okay.
But basically, it sets up what happens while he's in prison. About a 7-minute film,
Oh, wow.
and you can find it. You can find it on YouTube. But it explains how what Tony has been up to.
Interesting. I have to look that up.
My kid was so when she found out Tony was truly bad, it killed her.
Yeah.
Just like, no, not Tony.
Yeah.
And then when Bill died, she hated that.
Yep.
So yeah, be listening to that. Brandon and I may start talking about episodes of 24 Legacy.
Correct.
All right. And if you want to listen to old episodes of this, Brandon's going to tell you where to listen.
Oh, yeah. Go check out iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and you can always watch us on YouTube if you want to stare at some wiggly lines.
Yeah.
And don't forget to
Well, we'll be
text
putting
us.
up a photo this week of us sitting here in your garage. So.
Yes. So don't forget to also get us on Twitter at Love to Hate Pod, or you can also email us over at the Facebook page. We're there as well.
All right. Thanks for joining us, kids. Take care.
Bye.